Kiss. Mhm. This now. Hello, hello. Say hello. Come here. Hey guys, good morning. Hope that you guys are good. Sorry for dual voice over here. I have just two voices, one from me, another one from my niece. Sometimes you can hear a crying sound from here. Really sorry for that. My sister will be here within 30 minutes, so she'll be gone. Until this 30 minutes, you have to please bear the sound from my niece. And she wants to trade actually. Just let me know if you guys are good. Everything is clear. You can hear me perfectly. Everything is perfect. Just let us know that. Good morning, listening much. Yeah, yeah. All clear. Thank you, Arif. Good morning, Demar. Sam, I'm all good. Thank you, brother. Utshuk, yes, brother. Everything is perfect. Thank you, brother, for confirming that. I will try my level best to explain the price before the market start. But if the noise is here, I'm really sorry for that. So I have to actually take her. I mean, the babysitting has to be done for 30 minutes. By the way, guys, this is the weekly chart, and so far you have seen the TGIF line, which is the 20% and 30% of the previous week. Yesterday, market tapped to this here. Here. Take this. Yesterday, market just tapped to the TGIF 20% and then it started to go higher. Today, from the weekly chart, I really don't have anything to say except the expansion toward the upside. As first of all, this is the all-time high. Secondly, it didn't reach until a certain level where we are expecting it will reach. That both of the reason I'm looking for the buying run. But when I will be in the lower time frame, it will be much more clear to understand that it's not always to push the button. If I come to the daily chart, and from the daily chart, this two line is the TGIF, where you can see market perfectly tap over here. That is the premium week, 50%. Market tap to this 50% of that premium week, and this market went higher. This is -2 standard deviation. I'm not saying that this market is going to reverse from here, but there can be some kind of reaction from this line. Okay, some kind of reaction. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it will provide me the reaction, maybe it will not give me any kind of reaction. But until this line, I'm extremely bullish. I have no interest to look for sell or something like that. Okay, so yeah, that is all before from the daily chart. To be honest, I really don't have anything to say from the daily chart. All I would love to see if it can go toward that line from the standard deviation, which is -2 standard deviation. So 25 102.25 is my target. If I come to the hourly chart, and from the hourly chart, all of you know about that discount week upper quadrant level. Market reacted for that upper quadrant level from the hourly chart, then tapped to this area, and we have talked about all of these things actually. Then market started to go higher. Yesterday we were expecting some kind of expansion, so we have found that expansion. What a nice, beautiful, perfect expansion. So today, I mean, there is an proverb. Okay, market can't simply keep continuing, go higher or go lower. So continuation, I'm sorry, expansion, accumulation, then again expansion, or the reversal. So right now you can see that market is actually consolidating in this range, this high and that low. This is kind of a flag from here to here. This is a very nice bullish flag. So I believe that most of the people are thinking it will go higher, so they're trying to take the buy. In my opinion, what will happen, just my opinion, I'm not saying that it is going to happen, it will fall first, then it will go higher. That is my first opinion to see until this area. So I am expecting around 9:30 market will first fall. Okay, it can fall until to this gap, or it can come until that gap, or it can come until this gap. Any of these gap will be traded, and then this market will go higher. Does it mean that I'll frame the sell? No. While it will fall, I will wait patiently to take the buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. Instead of this, if it started to go higher, for example, it just started to go higher, I believe that I will have nothing to do over here to all of that buy. I have to miss them. Okay, so either way I'm looking for buy, but to take the buy first I need to see some kind of bear run. If I get the bear run, then I'll look for the bull run again toward that line. If it doesn't give me the bear run, instead if it keep going higher toward that uh, blue line you can see, which is -2 standard deviation, I will let this market go. I'm not going to trade this market. All of this price action you are seeing around this area is absolutely messy, but I would love to talk about the London and the 7 a.m. kill zone as well, because it was important to watch them. So from the hourly chart, really nothing to say instead of this gap. So prematurely I'm going to mark this gap, but not saying that it has to come to this gap. I'm just saying it can come to this gap, it can come to that gap, it can come to this gap before going higher. But whenever it will fall below this low, which has been created around here, you can see the relatively equal lows. It will be much more clear when I'll be in 15-minute chart. So when it will come to the sell side liquidity, it will take that sell side liquidity. I will start to look for the buy. No more sell is valid. Sorry, no more waiting is valid for me. So if it provide me the 22 IT model from here, I'll go for the buy. If I see that it is falling, and you are just losing your patience and you are saying, oh, this is a bearish market, you would love to frame the sell, go for that. But I will keep waiting for the buy. When it will first come to this gap, then when it will come to this gap, or if it come to this gap, all of this area I'll keep looking for the buying opportunity. Otherwise this option I will not trade, not even a single trade. Okay, I maybe I'll frame the trade, but I'm not going to pull the button. So this is the 15-minute chart, and all of you know from the yesterday's PM session, I have explained this discount week 50%. Then I have used that discount week 50% over here with the fair value gap around this area. We have a fair value gap, and I'm just going to mark this fair value gap, extend it to my right. As you can see, this is that bullish fair value gap that is still holding the market. And so far it has built another sell side liquidity, which is very clean. So I'm going to remove this weak 50%. Instead, I would love to mark a line over here. So this low and that low, they are the relatively equal lows, which is my sell side liquidity for now. So I want to see it will fall first. It will take this sell side liquidity. Don't worry about this low. I will talk about this and then I will remove it. Okay. So I would love to see it will fall for this sell side liquidity. Then it can come until this hourly bullish fair value gap. You remember the entry fair value gap, or it can simply work any of these two bullish fair value gap from the 15-minute chart, which is the highest bullish fair value gap from the hourly chart. Any of these can be traded, then it will start to go higher. More importantly, I want to see it will fall first, clear the sell side liquidity, then it will go higher. This is all my plan from today. If it doesn't fall, instead if it keep going higher, I will not trade this market. Simply I will not trade this market. I repeat, I will not trade this market. I will not take any kind of sell as well. I'm only interested to look for buy. Let's go for the London session. If you see this high and that high, they are the relatively equal highs. This low and that low, they are the relatively equal lows. So remember, this is the relatively equal highs, this is the relatively equal lows. I would love to go to 1-minute chart. I'm talking about the same highs from the 15-minute chart. If you remember the relatively equal highs, so that was the relatively equal highs, and this was the relatively equal lows. I told you guys that 95% of the time market makes the liquidity around the London session. First, this market came exactly to this line, exactly over here, okay, and built the liquidity, which is called the buy side liquidity. I was not in front of this chart. Later, I have marked it actually, to be honest. There was two opportunity. First of all, this fair value gap. Secondly, market structure shift, fair value gap. Unfortunately, market didn't provide any of sell around this area. No sell is valid over here. Simply no sell is valid around this area because market didn't give us the opportunity. Then this market fall came until here and made a sell side liquidity with 15-minute chart. So if you go to 15-minute chart, you'll see a very nice, beautiful sell side liquidity. After coming here, it has just reversed. So this is the area where I can see the first opportunity. Take this one, take this one, take this one, take this one. See, yeah, yeah, please take this one. When market came here and built the sell side liquidity, remember just two things. On London session, if when the London session will make both buy side and sell side, then no trade is valid. So it has first built the buy side, so I'm looking for sell. It has built the sell side, so now I'm looking for buy. Came until here, how beautifully it has been rejected. The lowest fair value gap, inverse gap, is gonna be my buying opportunity. When the market came back again to this gap, I would love to take my buy from this gap. Stop loss has to be below this low, just below this low. Why? Because this is the low which has cleared the liquidity. All of this liquidity has been cleared and made the lowest low as a liquidity area. So I have to put my stop loss over here. My maximum target is 15 handle. Sorry, my minimum partial is 15 handle. If you want to hold the trade until the liquidity, I don't have any problem, but you have to make sure that you have taken the partial around 15 handle. You have to make sure that you have taken the partial around 15 handle. It is just my opinion, rest up to you. That was the first opportunity to take the buy. If you avoid this one, you can see there was a very nice market structure shift around here. I'm just not going to market structure shift, fair value gap, immediate reaction. That is another buying opportunity from this fair value gap from the 22 YT model. Stop loss, same area, just below that low, which has cleared the liquidity. If it is below 15 handle, if it is more than 15 handle, you have to adjust the stop loss, or you have to add, take more risk over here to get into the trade. Okay, you can't actually leave the low which has cleared the liquidity. You can't leave that low. You have to cover that low by your stop loss. Again, target is 15 handle. If you want to hold it after the 15 handle, I have no problem with that. Until the liquidity or whatever you want to do, you can go for that. I just would love to talk about the 15 handle. So that was the setup around the London session, depending on my analysis, and that is London session is going to build the liquidity, relatively equal highs or relatively equal lows. Now come to the 7 a.m. where I was in front of the chart. Let's talk about the 7 a.m. মা এটা সারো মা, এটা সারো, হ্যাঁ এটা সারো, ওইটা দেখালো, এটা সারো, থ্যাংক ইউ. The rules are very simple for 7 a.m. I'll keep it until here. All you have to do is you have to mark the line. Look how easy this thing. Just you have to be bit patient to wait for the setup. If you find the setup, go for the trade. If you don't find it, no need to trade this setup. Okay. This is the line. I don't know where is the buy side liquidity. I don't know where is the sell side liquidity. I don't know where is the higher time frame PTR. I know nothing. All I know, this is 630. This is 6. Sorry, that is the 630, and this is the 659. So that is the area I would love to look for the liquidity. Now on your left, if you look on your left, you can see there is the liquidity, which is the buy side liquidity, as well as this is the relatively equal highs. All of these highs has been taken over here by a shallow run. So in my opinion, that is the buy side liquidity. This is the that is the buy side liquidity, and here is the sell side liquidity. This low and that low, they are the relatively equal lows. If you mark with this low, you will see much more clean sell side liquidity around here. But I would love to mark this low as my sell side liquidity around that area. So before 630, you have to mark both buy side liquidity and sell liquidity. It can't be a single swing high. If you are confused, oh, okay, this is not relatively equal highs, you don't need to mark that high. Okay, you don't just need to mark it. You have to make sure that it is very clean to see. If it doesn't look very clean, no need to mark that as your buy side or sell side, but you make sure that it's relatively equal highs or relatively equal lows. That is very clean and very easy to understand. So if I go with this sell side liquidity, then I will see from 6:30 to 7, can it clear that sell side liquidity? Okay, so I'll say it didn't clear the liquidity yet. The liquidity is not clear. Now the sell side liquidity has been cleared. Any kind of bull run toward the 7 a.m. to 7:30, I will take the buy because the sell side liquidity has been cleared in between 6:30 to 7. Okay, so let's see what happened around 7 a.m. It has given me the displacement. Am I going to take the buy? No. Why? Because the displacement has to be from 7. So this is that 6:59. That means the next candle, that means around 7. If I get the displacement, I will take the buy. Look what happened. Market is falling. I don't care if the market is falling. I really don't care about that. It is falling. I don't care. It is falling. I don't care. Wait. It is good. Look over here. Until now, there is no displacement. I need the displacement. Look at this displacement. See this displacement. I need this type of displacement. My opportunity to take the entry is until 7:30. Tarao. I would love Listen, listen. If you say around this area, there is no hard displacement. Market has fallen with the displacement, but there is no mama, ma, ma. Listen, listen, listen. Hello, listen. কি বলো কি লাগবে তোমার বলো কথা বলি কথা বলি বাবা By the way, guys, there was no displacement. Actually, that is why I didn't take any buy. Even the market went higher, I had no opportunity to take the buy around 7 a.m. So this market went higher a bit, but I was not able to take the buy. just because there are no buying displacement. Hey guys, as I have just told you that the planning for today, so let's wait for 9:30 and see if it provides us any kind of sell run first. Take the buy. So we'll wait until 9:30 for our opportunity. Give me a bit more time because she's crying actually. I can't sit on my chair. I have to walk with her. Okay, so I'm just waiting for 9:30 to see around 9:30 if it can provide us any kind of sell run first. Take the buy. I really don't understand this baby things. She was just crying. Now she just got sleep. Sleep on my lap. What should I do now? Is there anyone who has the experience of the babysitting? She just got asleep on my how to say? I mean on my lap. I guess it says lap. Okay, at least I will be able to see the chart by sitting. Yeah, let's see. If I begin buying, then to sleep. Hey, mate, I tried it 2 times, but when I try to lay her down, she just started to cry again. So I can't lay her down. I have to hold her on my neck. Okay, guys, I lay her down actually, laid it down, and I hope that now she's sleeping. I hope everything will be clear until her mother came. Let's hope for the best. Where I was. I was with the 7 a.m. kill zone entry. Okay, so that area I was waiting for a displacement. It doesn't look like to me a displacement. I was looking for this type of displacement. As well as I was looking for a 22 YT model here. It was not also valid. This was not a valid 22 YT model here. So I didn't take the buy as well here. I was looking for a buying opportunity, and unfortunately I didn't get that opportunity to take the buy. So even though my bias was right or my expectation was right, unfortunately I was not able to take the entry from that area. Unfortunately, okay, this is just unfortunate. By the way, that was the 7 a.m. If you have, and you can understand this 7 a.m., of course, I'm really happy to see. If you really don't understand, then nothing to say about that. It's very easy to say or very easy to use. Okay, this is the PM session. If you remember the PM session, I showed you the logic or explanation around the PM session live yesterday, and then that was the run. Then market actually fall around the last hour around this area. Market has just fallen. Uh, but still, before that fall, I think that market went too much high. We are absolutely beautifully framed the trade around this area, both 22 YT model and from the order block entry from this area. Both of them, I showed you the how beautifully it has been working with that. That was all for the for the area of Newark, Newark AM and PM session, London session, and the Asia session. Okay, তোমার নাতনি কামতে কামতে পাগল করে ফেলছে। হ্যাঁ, এরপর তো আমি পাইছি। আপনি ভালো করছেন লাইভে। ভালো করছেন। হাই ফিজিক্স স্টুডেন্ট স্যার কেমন আছেন? বাংলাদেশ থেকে বলতেছি। জানি রিপ্লাই দিবেন না, তারপরও মেসেজ দিলাম। Why I don't reply you, brother? Don't shake the baby too fast. You are not a centrifuge. I was not shaking her. Why you are why you are blaming me, brother? Mahdi, I'm gonna kick you. Not kick you. I'm gonna block you, brother. You are my elder, okay, your elder brother, so I can't kick you. So I can block you. Can I block you, brother? In case like lay her down in her crib. I just laid her down, and her mother also came back. So I believe that even if she get up, I will have no problem. Her mother will take her with her. So yeah, thank you so much. You're most welcome, ICTX student. So guys, that is all. Before going higher, as I told you, I would love to see this market fall, clear the sell side liquidity, then and only then I will start to look for buying opportunity. Otherwise, I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy. If it started to go higher, I'll let him go. Maybe when it will come to this line, I'll start to look for sell. But I'm not interested to take any kind of buy if I don't find any selling opportunity or any kind of fall, because this is a very nice bull flag. I don't want them to be profitable directly toward that line and it will start to go higher. I don't like it. I don't like that logic. So that is all before the market open. And yeah, yeah, that's all. That's all. Hey Madhu, how are you, brother? Powell is speaking today? No, there is no Powell speak. Bill, brother, can you explain 930 manipulation? 930 manipulation has lot of things. For example, if I would love to tell you, the first easiest thing is, if there is an opening gap around 930, market has the first intention to cover the 50% of the opening gap most of the time, according to ICT himself. So, for example, all you have to do is around 930, you have to go here, you have to go to the regular trading hour, and whatever the current market is, you will mark the opening gap. Then you will mark the 50% of that opening gap. Around 930, the first job it will do, it will go until that 50% of that opening gap. Then it will go toward the liquidity. Okay, something like that happened actually. This is one type of scenario. There is a lot other scenario as well. It's not possible to say Judas swing. Sometimes Judas swing is expected, sometimes liquidity taken and toward the direction is expected. It depends on everyday's price action. But morally, I can say that according to ICT, it will first open and then it will go toward the 50% of that opening gap. Then it will go to the opposite side if you are aligned with the liquidity. That means if there is any kind of liquidity. That is the first case of scenario around 930 in my opinion. Uh, Again, it's not just a answer, it's all depends on the situation, the 930 open. That is why I don't trade the 930 Judas swing or 930 opening. It's extremely gambling, it's kind of gambling. So my first question, please standard deviation, time frame, Mark Woodson, and kivabe please. Brother, I have already done that maybe 4 to 5 times. Okay, so okay, I can go for that one more time for you, as you are not here, as you are from my home country. I can do it for you. See this daily time frame: low, high, lower low. The middle leg from body to the body, lowest body to highest body. Standard deviation. This is minus 2.5, minus 1.5, minus 2. This minus 2.5 and minus 1.5 is important to me. And yesterday I showed you how beautifully it has been respected. What a beauty was that. Okay, so this two line was the standard deviation from low, high, lower low from the daily time frame, brother, and body to body. I actually don't do that, but as you are from my home country, I could do that. It's not racism. Then Kisler Trump is also speaking around 92. What are you guys talking about? I don't see any news actually today. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. We have the PMI. That's all we have. Okay, 950 Trump's speak. I didn't see that. And this Chair Powell speak is which is inside the lunch hour. I have no relationship with this guy. Okay, so to be honest, I really don't have any relationship with this guy because this is inside the lunch hour. I'm not afraid of him at all. But around 9:45 we have the PMI. That's all I remember, that we have the PMI around 9:40. And 10, the news, it doesn't have any value to me. But these two news can combine the market and can make the market a bit difficult until 10 a.m. That's all I told yesterday. But I didn't know that President Trump is going to speak here and here. I didn't know that, okay, because it was not over there. Fed Chair Powell speak, which is around 12:35. I really don't care about that as well, and it was not over there yesterday, by the way. Even if it is here, I really don't care because it is inside the 12. I mean, inside the lunch hour. So all I care about until 10. After 10, I'm good to go for any kind of trade. Uh, 1 minute to go before 9:30 open. Love you too. I stay student. Good morning, Jamie. Big John Viking. Yes, there is news. I didn't know that, brother. To be honest, yesterday I checked it, but there was no Powell news. But I don't know why suddenly it appears over there. But yeah, thank you. But either way, it is inside the lunch hour, so I really don't care about that. I will only care about until 10. So after 10, I'm good to go for trading. Again. As I told, I want to see this market will fall first. It will clear this sell side liquidity. Then I will start to look for buy. Otherwise, I'm not interested to take any kind of buy. If it keep going higher, I'll let this go. Not interested to take the buy. So but the lower quadrant is supported by the wick. The body is supporting the 50% of that opening gap. I want to see it will go through this area and it will come for this sell side liquidity. If it doesn't come here, I will not take any kind of buy. I will not take any kind of buy. I will not take any kind of buy. It has to clear this sell side liquidity. It has to trade either this gap, any of this gap, or it can maximum fall until this area. I will do nothing while it will keep falling. Then what the first time it will provide me the buying opportunity, I'll take the buy. Whoever is interested to look for sell, you are good to go. I'm not interested to take the sell. Wait, should redo the test of the sell side liquidity listing. I have already explained that from the beginning, right? Because of the bull flag, because of the sentiment, because of the, you know, like run. I'm expecting all of these things. The sentiment of the market should send the market lower first, so that people will think that it's kind of reaction, or sorry, reversal. They will take the sell, then I will take the buy. So all the fall is gonna be the opportunity to take the buy because of the sentiment or everything. But so far, the 50% of this opening gap is holding the market. I don't want to see that. And it has perfectly closed the gap, which is good to think about the buy as well as a new day opening gap here. But I will not take the buy. Even if it started to go higher, I will not take the buy. I will wait for the manipulation first, then we'll go for the expansion. Today is Tuesday, which is the manipulation day. We can't use the previous day high or low just because yesterday was the expansion day. So yesterday was not a classical accumulation day. So we can't use that daily narrative today to think that Tuesday is the manipulation day. Yeah, it's the manipulation day. The manipulation is going to be related with the liquidity, not with the previous day high and previous day low. So for this here, you can see how beautifully it has been respecting that area. Whatever. I think we're in all-time high. We need a manipulation at least 50% of the fiber retracement to buy. It's gonna be the best before 10. Mm, nice expectation, Michael. We'll see, brother. Brother, I have already marked the fair value gap actually. I'm waiting. So If it doesn't provide me what I'm expecting, I'm not going to take this trade. That's for sure. And there is no SMT as well. Okay. As I told, if it starts to go higher, after seeing taking this liquidity, small liquidity, if it is started to go higher, I will not take any kind of buy, even if my bias is bullish. I will not take any kind of buy. I have to wait for the manipulation first. Then I will take the buy. Man, in this type of situation, maybe you will miss the trade. If you find the opportunity, take the buy. If you find the opportunity, take the sell. I will do when it will work with my expectation. Otherwise, no trade for me. Okay. First, it has to make the manipulation. Then it has to give me the expansion. What is that? Driven fifth. That is the opening gap, brother. Opening gap. Yesterday's closing, today's opening. If you go to the regular trading hour, you will see this is the gap. Yesterday market has closed here. Today market opened here. This is the opening gap. That has been filled already. 100% it has been filled. I'll remove it either way, but after a bit, around 10, I will remove it. By the way, this is a selling opportunity. I'm not going to take the sell, to be honest. Why? Because the news is just in front of me. See, this is the market structure shift here. Just let me remove it. I'll keep it, okay? Please don't get confused. This is the market structure shift. If there is a fair value gap, that is my selling opportunity after clearing the buy side liquidity. See, this buy side liquidity has been cleared. Swing high has been cleared. So it has built the market structure shift, fair value gap. Any kind of entry from there, that's my selling opportunity. For example, there is a fair value gap. So, for example, okay, I'm not sure that it will leave the fair value gap or not. That's my selling opportunity, and I can hold it until 20 handle, of course. That is my selling opportunity. As I told you, I'm not taking the sell. I will look for the buy only. So I will let this fall go, and then I will take the buy. Just very simple. That is my idea. Okay. You can see there is maybe one tick gap. Just look at this entry, but please don't push the gap. I mean, push the entry. I mean, just don't push the button just because I'm saying this is a selling opportunity. One tick gap, just one tick gap. I don't care if it is a one tick gap or five handle gap or 10 handle gap. This is the gap, which is my 22 YT model. So here, even I can put it from there as well, and the stop loss can be here. Target could be 20 handle, something like that. Okay, so 20 handle plus the real gap started from the volume imbalance. So there is a small volume imbalance from there. Please don't just push the button because I'm framing. I will not take this trade. I will wait for the setup. That could be the entry around here. That is the entry. The stop loss is one tick above this candle, which has made this fair value gap. Shallow run. See this shallow run. So we'll hold the trade, or at least the partial over here 20 handle, which is a perfect 22 YT model to me. Not going to take this on. As I told you, I'll work with only my expectation. But I'm just showing it to you so that you can understand the logic over here, to understand the 22 YT model over here, everything over here. Okay. If any of you push the button, it's your responsibility. I'm not going to take the responsibility. So make sure that you have, even if you are in this trade, make sure that you have taken the partial around 20 handle. Just make sure that. Any kind of buying opportunity is valid to me now because the liquidity has been cleared, the manipulation has been done. If there is a buying opportunity, I'll go for that buy after the news, just after the news. So 9:45, after that news, I'll try to take the buy. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'll go for that. I will go for the trade when the time is right. Until then, not going to take any kind of trade. I was waiting for the fall first. I found that fall. I told that no buy is valid until the sell side liquidity is not cleared. So the sell side liquidity has been cleared already. Any kind of buying opportunity now, I will go for that. If any of you are in this trade, this sell trade, okay? If any of you are in this sell trade, make sure that you have taken the partial around 20 handle. Please make sure that. If it provide you actually, then try to take the partial around 20 handle. I am bullish. I'm not taking this sell. But if you you have taken this sell, make sure that you have taken the partial around 20 handle. If you hold to the trade more than 20 handle, you are gambling. Please don't do that. Trade. I repeatedly going to tell that because this is more important than anything else. 20 handle partial is absolutely so much important. So make sure that you have taken around 20 handle, at least around 20 handle. If any of you are in this trade, make sure you have taken the partial around 20 handle. I repeatedly telling you, brother. Later, if you don't, that should be your partial. If any of you are in this trade, make sure you have taken the partial and at least put your stop loss to the break even. That was a very nice 22 YT model. I will work only with my plan. So I'm looking for bullish. Of course, that is my expectation. It is going to fall first, then it will go higher. So I have got my fall. Now I will start to look for any buying opportunity. I hope you guys got the point over here, the way I have explained this price action. Now look at this buy side liquidity, how beautiful this buy side liquidity is. See, this is so beautiful. It's now my target. How far this can come to this entry gap, or maybe this last fair gap will hold the market. I don't care. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'll take that buy. Those people are in this trade. If any of you are in this trade, make sure you have cleared the partial here and put your stop loss to the break even at least, and then you can hold your trade as long as you want. Hey Matthew, boom for you, brother. Wait for the news. Those people are waiting. Just wait for the news. Let the news go, then we'll frame the trade. Brother, that sell was not our plan. Of course, we knew that this market is going to fall. It was not our plan to enter over here, but that follows our plan. Without this fall, we were not able to take the buy. My point was absolutely very clear. Without falling, if it go higher, I will not take that trade. I don't give a shit about this market at all. It has to fall first, then we'll frame the buy. Anytime it will provide the buying opportunity, I'll go for that buy. By the way, you can close the trade here, okay, because it's a very nice place to close the trade around this area. Whatever it is, okay, you can close the trade around this area. But if you didn't clear the partial around 20 handle, man, you are a perfect gambler, and it will hurt you more than anything else. Today or tomorrow it will hurt you. Guys, don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are new. So, anytime it will provide me the buy setup, I'll take that buy. Of course, after the news, not before the news. Of course, after the news. Remember, this is not a selling market for me. This is a bullish market to me. Okay, Zebras, you took the short. Congratulations, brother. And Matteo. So both of you got the boom. Congratulations, brother, for both of you. Congratulations for getting your boom. But did you see how beautiful the 22 white model was over there? Did you notice that? Did you see that it worked how beautifully without plan? That is my point. This market to trade is really so beautiful, so easy, but some days are difficult. You have to let that day go. Other days are so beautiful. You don't need to worry about anything. Just push the button and get the profit. That's all. So right now it is trading the last parabolic from the 15-minute chart. You can see this candle low, that candle high. This is the last parabolic from the 15-minute chart. It is now trading the last parabolic from the 15-minute chart. Let's say around 9:45, which is here. This is the 9:45 or the PMI candle. If it starts to go higher or not. If it doesn't go higher, you remember what did I say? 9:45 news and 10 news can combine the market and make it a bit complicated until 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., it should be so beautiful. If it doesn't provide any kind of volatility over here, it can provide the volatility around 10 a.m. And also, uh, Trump is going to speak, so you have to be careful a bit. It's time to go for buy side liquidity now. Yeah, around 9:50 Trump is going to speak. I know that, so I have to be a bit more careful about trading. I would love to say that that is the best case of scenario to push the button after 10 a.m. So we should wait until 10 a.m. to go for the trade. Until 10 a.m. we should stop. And I pray to Allah that before 10 a.m. it is not going to take that buy side liquidity. Even though this buy side liquidity has been cleared, I don't care because I have another buy side liquidity or the line over here. I know this market will come here. I don't need to worry about that. But I prefer not to take buy side liquidity. I'll be able to catch some run toward that buy side liquidity. It will be easier for me actually. So I would love to wait for the Trump to speak. So beautiful, absolutely Matthew. Do you like 22 IT model? At least the way I'm explaining it. Guys, 193 people are watching, 49 likes. I don't think so. It's actually fair. If you guys please push the like button, that's all I asked you guys to do. That's all, okay? It's absolutely free of cost to push the like button. I'm not going to get any money by your likes. Please push the like button, and you don't need to spend a penny for giving the likes. If any of you are new, you're welcome to our channel. At least you will learn the concepts in a very nice way, in a very proper way, not like propaganda, not like lies. A real price action, a real price action. Love it. It changed how I view the market. Thank you, Titu. You're most welcome, Matthew. Now start working with the bias. Without bias, 22 IT model is just nothing. Just nothing. It's valueless. So wait for the bias. The way I explained, this market will fall fast. Just learn these things. How did I know that it is going to fall fast? Then it will go higher. How did I know that? This is the learning part. So if you can learn this, you have already know everything. I'm not able to forward the market, so I can't show you that this market is going to take this buy side liquid and it is coming to this line. Right now I'm not able to show that to you, but later you will see that it actually did the things I explained you today, like yesterday. Remember, at the beginning whatever I have explained you, at the end it happened exactly the same thing. I just pray that it will provide me any opportunity. That's all I'm praying right now. Everyone hit that like button. Come on now, run it up. Yeah, without hitting the like button, I'm not going to push the button or going to frame another setup. That's for sure. Or কি নিবা না? 2000 টাকা দিলাম না? Thank you, Mahadi. Okay, let's go for a fair thing. Okay, if I don't get 100 likes, I'm not going to frame in the trade. This is gonna be fair. When I will get the 100 likes, let me know. Then I will start to talk again. I know you guys actually bored. Listen to me, but yeah, that's gonna be a fair decision or fair thing. I don't know if Trump has already started to speak or not. Guys, please let me know if he has started this to speak the started to speak or not. Okay. Okay, he just arrived. Okay. That is a valid swing high for shifting market structure. Valid swing high for shifting market structure. If there is another body close a bit below, I will say this is the best swing high for shifting market structure. Until now, it's not the best swing high for shifting market structure. A bit lower body close from the candle, down close candle. That's gonna be the best market structure swing high for shifting market structure. Not yet, it's the best one. Guys, today's 10 a.m. can be a bit more volatile. The 10 a.m. As I explained, I told you everything yesterday. Today's news, PMI news, and 10 a.m. news can make the market a bit volatile. This is a valid swing high for shifting market structure, but not the best one. It's not the best one, but still that is valid for shifting market structure. So if I get the market structure shift, there is a fair value gap. I'll try to take that buy depending on the stop loss. If I see the stop loss is more than 20 handle, I will not take that buy. If I see the stop loss is less than 20 handle, I'll go for this buy. First, I need the market structure shift with a fair value gap. Hey, this my word. I was kidding, brother. You can see that I'm just talking. That was just a warning, fake warning. Still now, I don't have the market structure shift. It's not the market structure shift yet. Okay, it's the clean highs, which is actually the liquidity, uh, and invalidate this high as a swing high for shifting market structure. Instead of that, it has made this as a liquidity level. So I'm not able to use this high anymore to shifting the market structure. Hey Jain, I'm bullish, brother. Sir, ask seek and destroy. Our chances say every day has the possibility for seek and destroy. Nobody knows that when it's gonna be the second destroy. It can be a second destroy as because we have Powell speech around the lunch hour. So before the Powell speech, after the Powell speech, it can be second destroy. But I believe until 11:30 everything will be cool. Wait guys, Trump is going to speak and then we have a news around 10. Don't get just impatient and push the button. Please don't do that. But if you are looking for sell, I have nothing to say you, okay? So you can go for the sell if you want. Not the perfect order block, not the perfect one. Oh, okay, the body also didn't close above this line. So even if the body would close above this line, it couldn't be the perfect order block. I forgot to mark the first presented gap. Sorry, brother Danichu. As I am working with the 22 YT model, I forgot to mark the first presented fair value gap. Dow is extremely bullish. ES is kind of going nowhere, like ranging. You can see it's ranging. NQ is a bit bearish. Okay, not bullish, it's bit bearish. What does it mean? This is not a correlated market. Stay away to this market until it is not correlating or it's not going around the same way. I would love to show you one more time. Look at this Dow. Dow is bullish, right? Everyone is agree with me. Dow is bullish. Look at this ES. ES is not moving anywhere. This is the middle guy. Okay, he's not moving anywhere. It is just consolidating around the same area. And the guy NQ is bit bearish. So what does it mean? That means stay away from me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. This is a kind of confirmation. Don't touch me. Of course, you can touch and you can go for the trade if you want. One minute to go before the news. That means around 10 a.m. we have the news. So after 10 a.m. I believe we will be able to trade this market. At the top of the hour, sorry, at the top all-time high, around the all-time high, you should not look for the SMT, brother. It's my opinion. You should not look for the SMT. You can use the SMT if and only if it works with your direction, right now this is not the market where you should look for the SMT, as the market is around the all-time high. You can see we have both of SMT right here. We have, this is the high, this is the high, same high, this high and that high, they are the same high. ES has cleared that high. Again, this is the low, this is the low, they are the same low. NQ has cleared that low. So I have both SMT over here. Look, I have bullish SMT, I have bearish SMT. I have both type of SMT around this area. Which one you are going to use? There is no way to understand which one is the fake SMT, which one is the real SMT. So that is why I have to let this go until it provides me something that is going to tell me I'm bullish or bearish. How far this can go, as I told you, maybe this hourly entry gap or maximum to the hourly last gap. Then it can go for the buy. I will look for buy only wherever it will provide me the 22 YT model buy model. I'll take that buy. Until now, this is not a correlated market. Even if you see the dollar index is bit bearish. It's bit bearish. So otherwise, I mean, until where the way it's bullish market, it should be the bullish market for the index futures. Bullish, indecisive, bearish. I believe I will find the buying opportunity now. It will be correlated market again, and it will go toward the all-time high now. Okay, so let's see if it can provide me any kind of buying opportunity now. Don't get confused by that bear run. It was expected that market will fall fast. It was expected. Then market has to go toward that liquidity, which is the buy sell liquidity here. This is the line. This way market should go for. Before going higher, it can trade this hour 50-minute last fair value gap, hourly entry fair value gap, or the hourly last fair value gap, which is aligned with this new week opening gap. Anything can be traded before going higher. For the first time, I'll find the buying opportunity. I'll go for that buy. Wherever it will provide me the buying opportunity. ভাই আমি ভালো কোনো ট্রেডার না ভাই বাংলাদেশের। বাংলাদেশের লট অফ ভালো ট্রেডার আছে ভাই। Hey Naz, sis, how are you? You didn't miss anything actually. So after 1 minute, entry is valid. After 1 minute, entry is valid. What do you mean by that? After 1 minute, entry is valid, Sachin? So finally, I got my market structure shift. All I need a fair value gap, immediate reaction to that fair value gap to take this buy. A fair value gap, immediate reaction to that fair value gap is gonna be my buy. This is only swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. It was not valid for shifting market structure. It is the only swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. All I need a fair value gap, immediate reaction to that fair value gap to take this buy. If it doesn't provide me the entry, I will not chase the market. I will patiently wait for the next opportunity. But if it make a fair value gap, that's gonna be my buy. So wherever the fair value gap will be, stop loss has to be below this low, which is 24 handle. So I'll keep it here and I will make it 20 handle. So that will be the entry. I'm not asking you guys to take the entry from here. You can take the entry from the beginning of the order block. Sorry, from the fair value gap. I would love to take the entry because I don't want to take more than 20 handle risk. So I will try to take my entry from here, but remember it can simply tap to this gap and then it can start to go higher. If it do that, I'll miss this trade. I have no problem with that. So here, okay. It can simply tap to this gap. It can keep going higher. Maybe I'll miss this trade. So you don't need to take that risk. I would love to take that risk because I don't want to make sure that I don't want to make that see that my stop loss is more than 20 handle. So if it doesn't work, I'll take a 20 handle loss. It's like 24 handle from this gap. I'm not going to take that risk. If it fall a bit more, then I'll take the risk. I mean, sorry, entry from this area. Okay. I think my point is clear. Now I'm in. Stop loss is one tick below this low, which has cleared the sell side liquidity. I'll have to keep it here now because if it doesn't work, then you will be able to see that I'm not hiding anything. This gap is until here with the volume imbalance. So still, I have nothing to worry about because this is the volume imbalance over here. I have to add that volume imbalance. If you want to put it from the fair value gap, you can do it. But if the real gap is until this volume imbalance. If it doesn't work, I will take a 20 handle loss, which is my maximum stop loss. I found my 22 YT model. Is this the best one? This is the best 22 YT model. Everything is perfect over here. There is nothing wrong over here. This is the best 22 YT model. If it doesn't work, I'll just simply accept my losses. But it has traded the higher time frame period, which is the 15-minute last fair value gap. It has provided me the 22 best market structure shift. It has given me the perfect entry, immediate reaction. I have the clean highs over here. You can see these clean highs, which is the clean highs. Market never leave this type of clean highs. Never ever. It leave this type of clean highs. I have the liquidity over there. Everything is over here. I put my stop loss exactly where I should put it. There is nothing missing from this trade. Now, if it doesn't work, fall and stopped me out, I will take a 20 handle loss. That is my maximum loss. That is why I tried to take the entry from that area to make sure that my stop loss is not more than 20 handle. Why I have done that? Because I have seen that the Dow is bullish, ES was consolidating, this was falling. So I was a bit confused. That is why I wanted to take the entry by making it 20 handle stop loss. If it doesn't work, I'm absolutely okay with that. Here, if the body can close above this line, this is gonna be the best order block. If the body can close above this line, is there anything missing from this trade? Nothing is missing from this trade. Nothing. Simply, there is nothing that is missing from this trade. This is the best 22 IT model, and I would love to believe this 22 IT model. I've waited for everything. I've found everything. I would love to believe this model now. But remember, it will be the order block after the body close above this line. Otherwise, it's not the order block. It's not the order block yet. By the way, guys, you guys can take the partial around 20 handle. That is the only thing you can do. I mean, not like me. Okay, so you can, what you can do, you can take the partial around 20 handle, which is there, if it provide you that. By the way, Trump is speaking. Someone told me, was that Khalid told me that. So maybe I don't expect it, but volatility can stop me out if there is any volatility as because of the Trump speaking. Okay, so that can happen, but still, as I told you, my maximum stop loss is 20 handle. So the volatility, the when the Trump start to speak, boom, 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 something like that. If that happens, maybe I'll get stopped out. Otherwise, it is the best 22 IT model. I put everything in the right place. It's not the order block yet. After the body close above this line, so far, it is the best order block after the body close. This is the best 22 IT model. There can't be nothing more beautiful than this model, than this setup, okay? Than this setup. Nothing can be more beautiful than this. If I ever say that it is the best model, most of the time it will going to work. I mean, it is going to work. But if I say, okay, it's not the best model, but so far I'm forcing the model as a 22 IT model, sometimes it doesn't work. But if I say this is the best model, I promise you, brother, most of the time it is going to work. Only one thing you can do differently, and that is you can take the partial around 20 handle. That is the only thing you can do differently. Otherwise, you should not do anything else what I'm going to do. Still now, that is the best order block, but body has to close above this line. When the body will close above this line, nobody should go below this candle anymore. Until the body doesn't close above this line, I'm not saying this is the order block. Why your price is delayed? My price is not delayed. What are you talking about, brother? Let's see if it can hit the target. It's not the order block yet. I'm just waiting to see if the body can close above that line. That is a confirmation for me that this is a bullish market, at least until my partial level. Until the body doesn't close above that line, which is I've marked as an order block, it is a bit confusing trade because it can fall a bit more to make another order block. So I don't want to see that. I would love to see the body will close above this line and it will make that candle as an order block. Still now, this is not the order block, and if there is another body close below this candle which I have marked as an order block, then I have to switch my order block from this candle to that candle. Okay, but remember, it's not a confirmed boom. I mean, it is going to give me the boom. It's not something like that. That's why I took my entry from here so that my maximum stop loss can be 20 handle. This is the best setup. I believe it will work, but the game is for the probability. Okay, it's a probability game, so I'm working a probability game. I waited for the perfect setup. I pushed the entry from the perfect area. I took the maximum loss I can bear. Now I'm waiting for my boom. All I'm doing here, taking a bit more risk until the 50% of this first presented gap to take my partial. That is the only thing I'm doing. I'm taking a bit more risk. Otherwise, there is nothing that is wrong to this trade. Okay, but it's not. That means that you will copy my trade and you will think that, oh, okay, this is gonna give me the boom. Don't think like that. Please don't do that. Don't think like that. It's the game of probability. So remember that. So for that is the candle that should work as an order block. Body has to close above this line, and that's kind of confirmation that this is a bullish market. If these clean highs are not there, I wouldn't say that this is going to give me the partial at least. Okay, as the clean highs over there, that's my confidence that it is going to give me the partial. Not the 50%. I'm taking a bit more risk over here, but remember this line. Okay, it should be cleared. So it's time to wait. This market is not moving anywhere. I'm just waiting to see some kind of run that will close above this line. And I really don't like this type of consolidation after taking the entry. If it started to consolidate, I don't like it. Actually, I trail the stop loss, so I will start to trail the stop loss. I repeat, I mean, I'm saying it repeatedly. Don't follow my trailing stop loss. Please don't follow my trailing stop loss. It's a request to everyone. I don't like it. Don't like it to hold the market. After taking the entry, I need the run. If I don't get it, I start to trail the stop loss. And sometimes I get prematurely stopped out. I don't care about that. I love to take re-entry, which I will not do over here. But if you are in this trade, don't follow my trailing stop loss. It's a request to every single one of you. You can do your trailing stop loss by yourself, by your logic, by your experience, by your system, by your risk management, but don't follow my trailing stop loss. You remember entry here, stop loss there, partial here. That's all you should keep seeing. Did it hit your partial or not? For the first time, the body will close one tick above this line. I'll trail my stop loss. I don't like the consolidation after taking the entry. I have no patience to hold it actually like this way. That's why I move the stop loss or trail the stop loss too fast. And I will not accept any of your judgment. Okay, I'm done with this. Okay, so I'll move the stop loss. I'm not liking it anymore. The reason is it is taking the high. High has been cleared here. It is going to take the high again, then it will fall again, take the low again, then it will go higher again, then it will fall again. I have no patience to hold the trade for all of this seek and destroy. That's why I don't like it anymore. Don't trail your stop loss with me. Please don't trail your stop loss with me. And it's not the order block anymore. in my logic, that should be the last line to hold the market. I mean, if this 50% is broken, I will get a stood out, and I'm happy with that. I got a stood out. Absolutely okay with that. So here, take a 15 handle loss. Okay with that. But please don't trail your stop loss. It's a request. Please don't trail your stop loss. I'm happy with that because that should be the last line. This market fall, which did the damage to me. I'm okay with that. Rather, if it is going for the sell side liquidity, take the sell. Okay, if it is a sell side liquidity, go for the sell. But those people are in this trade, please don't trail your stop loss. Put your stop loss exactly over here. Don't trail your stop loss. And please don't focus on the chat. Whatever they would love to say, they can say. Please don't focus on the chat. Those people are with me for so long. I'm just telling to those people only. You should be still in this buy trade. I will try to take re-entry if I get the opportunity. Finally, I have found the SMT actually. I think so it will give me the another opportunity. It has to close, it has to fall a bit more to give me the entry. Otherwise, I won't be able to enter to this trade. Don't trail your stop loss. It has to fall a bit. It has to fall a bit to give me the re-entry opportunity. Fall a bit, fall a bit, a bit. Don't just go higher. Don't just go higher. I don't think so it is going to give me the re-entry opportunity. You're waiting for the boom, okay? I just need a bit fall to take the re-entry, and I'll be able to put my stop loss below this low now. Kind of fall, it's my re-entry opportunity. It will fly, Mahadi. You know that this is the best model. It will fly. But my idea was absolutely perfect here. It can maximum fall until the 50%, which just did the damage. I'm just bad. It's just bad luck. So if it fall a bit more, I'll take the re-entry over here. A bit more, just kind of 50% in this between this parallel cap and this high, something like this. That's my buy. I'm a bit late. Target will be there. Wherever it is the target, we'll take the partial here. That will be the partial. I'm a bit late. Okay, my entry should be from here. It should be from the 50% of this area. That should be the edge actually. partial will be. It's okay. I don't need to worry about this low anymore. I should be safe below this 50% of this gap. That means this market should not close below this 50% of this gap anymore. It should expand higher toward that liquidity over here. It should do that. So my stop loss is absolutely safe over here. We can did the damage. That's why I just put it a bit lower. Don't put trail your stop loss. I repeatedly saying you don't trail your stop loss. And please don't focus on the chat as well. Those people who are with me for so long, please don't look at the chat. Don't, how to say that, don't focus on the chat. Okay, everyone can explain that themselves the way they think, but you are here to learn, so please don't focus on the chat. It will fall, it will hit your stop loss. Don't give a shit. You are going to take a 20 handle loss. Don't give a shit. I'll go for 20 handle partial actually, as my entry is here, so my partial will be there. 7 8, that should be partial, as my entry is a bit late. Okay, that's why that should be my partial, which is 20 handle over here. Avoid this all price action. Just think that there is no this price action. Just think like that way. Cut the candle. According to ICT himself, cut the candle. This is the candle you have to cut down. The first candle will trade this gap. The bear candle is going to be your order block. You are going to see the speed very soon. Within 1 or 2 minutes, you are going to see the speed now. It should provide me the speed right now. Just will wait if it can make the order block. So if this candle is going to close as a down close candle, the next candle will close above this candle. Okay, now the next candle will close above this candle. It will be built as an order block. It will start to go higher. After building this as an order block, it will start to go higher. This time my stop loss has to be 13 handle or something like that. Unfortunately, my entry is a bit higher, so it's a bit more stop loss, but it should be like something 13 handle. Body will close above this high. This is gonna be the best order block ever, and you will see the speed after building the order block. It's not the clean lows. I thought it's the clean lows, so I was a bit afraid. You can see it's not the clean lows, so I don't need to worry about this. No worry about this. Body will close above this line. You will see the speed. I believe it will happen within 1 or 2 minutes. Move the market. Move, 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 move. If it closes as a down close candle, then this is going to be the order block, not that one. While it will take that line by one tick, move your stop loss, just whatever order block it is going to make, put it below one tick below that candle. When it will take this line, see this line, when it will take that line by one tick, which should be your partial as well, you will put your stop loss one tick below the candle, which is going to be the order block, just below that candle, two tick below that candle. Okay, not to the break even, two tick below that candle. Whatever order block it is going to build around here, after that you will move your stop loss below that order block. Just look what it is doing, making clean highs, clean highs, clean highs. They all are going to be taken. It's just wasting some time. I have no idea why. It's because maybe Trump is going to speak or something like that. I have no idea, okay? But it's just time distortion. It is leaving the liquidity. They are going to be cleared. See the clean highs here, clean highs there, clean highs here. They all are going to be taken. I'm not able to put my stop loss below this low as I took re-entry, so I have to take that risk over here. So I have put my stop loss exactly where I should put it. Your stop loss has to be here, below that candle, two tick below that candle. See this candle, just two tick below that candle. Your stop loss has to be there. And when it will take this line by one tick, either way you will get your partial. When it will take that line by one tick, you will put your stop loss below the candle, lowest down close candle, which is I'm going to mark as an order block. I don't know it is going to be the order block or not. If there is another candle, I'll of course mark that as an order block. Until now, this is the order block. Just wait to see if it can make it as an order block. When it will make the order block, you will see the run. Now look at this order block, how it is going to hold the market and send it higher. Just look at the magic. Just look at the magic, okay? Finally, this is the best order block. Now look at the magic. If it come to the open of this order block, I'll move my order block level from high to the opening, okay? Just look at the magic now. As it come to the open, so I'm going to mark it until the open. How far this market can fall? Until the 50% of this candle. That is the last line. This market can fall maximum. Why? Because this is the mean threshold of that order block. If two body close below this line, that means it's going to be collapse. I don't want to see any body close below this line. Even if one body close, acceptable. The next body has to close above this line. It has traded the mean threshold. Now I need the speed with a fair value gap. There has to be a fair value gap. By the way, Mahadi, if it can make a bullish fair value gap over here before clearing this line, you can put your stop loss below this low. When it will go higher and make a bullish fair value gap above the order block. I moved my stop loss because same thing happened. This high has been cleared over here, like here. It has cleared that high, then fall. It has cleared that high. Now, if it started to fall, I don't see any logic to hold this trade because I need the run as this has been validated as an order block. I need the run now. I need the speed now. I don't see any logic to hold this trade anymore. That's why I moved the stop loss. Maybe it will not fall until this area. Instead, it will take this low and then it will go higher. I don't care about that, but I don't want to hold this trade anymore. I would love to make sure that my stop loss is less than what I was thinking that I will take. So something 600, I will take that until 600 because I'm expecting something that should happen on the market right now. I need the speed now. Mean threshold is holding the market. Just look at this. Mean threshold is holding the market. That is the magic of that order block. All I need a bullish fair value gap over here, and that gap has to be unfilled by the third candle. I don't know which setup you are talking about. If you are talking about 22 YT model, you will get at least 10 entries by that 22 YT model. That should be the partial. Remember the partial. That should be the partial. Your stop loss has to be one tick below the order block. One tick below the order block. Mahdi, as you have asked that you are still in this trade, everyone has to be in this trade. Every single one of you has to be in this trade. You have already got your partial, at least 20 handle partial, even if you take the entry from this line. It has provided you kind of 22 handle. Yeah, kind of 22 handle already. So you have taken your partial, your stop loss is at the break even now. No need to put it below the order block, just put it to the break even. This is the best 22 YT model and it is going to work if it is the best. As you have seen, it has perfectly worked 100% over here. Okay, now I can see some boom over here. Now put your stop loss to the break even. If you get a stop out to the break even, that means to the top of this gap, you should not be worried about that because you have taken the partial and you can see this is a bit difficult market. It has built the order block, trade the mean threshold of the order block. Look at the speed. That was expected. It should give me that speed. This gap, I would love to see it will be unfilled. See this gap? I want to say this is going to be an unfilled gap. And it is valid if it fail, this candle fail to close this gap 100%. Then I would love to see this gap will be unfilled gap. If this candle fill this gap 100%, then I will keep waiting for the unfilled gap. Okay, it has filled this gap 100%. That means I don't have any I can't use it as my unfilled gap. I have to wait for the next gap to be an unfilled gap. I got stopped out unfortunately because my what to say, I mean the partial was around here, around this area. That's why I got stopped out. But I hope that you guys got your point. I just tried to take my end, I mean partial around 20 handle, where I know that this is the line where I should take my partial. Even if I don't want to take my partial over here, maximum I can take my partial to the 50% of this gap. You can see perfectly it came until the 50% of this gap. By the way, those people who were in this trade, I believe that all of you got the buy, I mean sorry, partial here, and then maybe you have got stopped out to the break even. It's a bit difficult market. I believe every one of you will be agree with me. But the beauty of the 22 YT model, you have seen the beauty of the 22 YT model as well. I told you, please don't follow my trailing stop loss. I'm doing all of these things so that you guys can learn it. Just don't follow my trailing stop loss. It's a request to all of you. Even if this is a bad price action, we are still able to trade this market. I know that some of you will not agree with me. Remember what did I say yesterday around here? I wanted to put my stop loss exactly over here. Sorry, not here actually, exactly below this low. As I wanted to show you this thing, that's why I put my stop loss below here. I trailed my stop loss too fast, and now just I wanted to show you. That's why I put my stop loss here. Otherwise, I would put my stop loss over there, and I would get stop loss over here. I wouldn't get this boom, and then I would take re-entry here, and I would take my boom around this area. So same thing here. I can take the re-entry, but this time when I will take the re-entry, I know that my stop, I mean profit will be like 15 handle or something like that. But I wanted to hold it until 20 handle or something like that. That's why I got stopped out. The beauty of the 22 item. Okay, someone has donated some money to me. Hey, Biblical, thank you so much, brother, for that. I really appreciate it, man. Trey, boom, thank you, brother, for writing boom. I know that some of you will not write boom to me because I got stood out. Brother, you got stood out. It's not the boom for you. Thank you so much. Big John Viking, boom partial. Yes, man. I told you that partial is the most important thing of the game. See this market. Do you think this is a good market right now? I think it's because of Powell and the Trump is speaking. It's a bit difficult to trade right now. But everything over here I have explained. I believe that that will help you to understand this market a bit more. Thank you, Shanju, for writing boom. Hi, Jain. Thanks, for you're most welcome, brother. Macro model in your channel, sir. How many trades a week? It depends, brother. Macro model depends. Every day you will have 4 entry opportunity. Is this a bearish market now? No, it's a bullish market. Don't think it's a bearish market. Macro model, you will get 4 opportunity every day, and then some of them are valid, some of them are not valid. Depending on that, just you have to look for every single week how it is going to work. So I can't simply say that you will get 100 opportunities or something like that. I can't say like that way, brother. You're a great trader. You're thank you, Biblical Khalid. Thank you, brother, for the boom. You got your boom. Now it's time to boom the like button. Thank you, Madi, for saying that, man. Sasuke must get manual intervention with this thing. I think so, brother. It's because of the Trump is speaking, as well as the Powell is going to speak around the lunch hour. I'm really afraid of Powell because Powell is the only one who make the market very bad before the market, after the market. I mean, before the news, after the news. That is the only thing I really afraid of Powell. Otherwise, it should be the beautiful market. I think this market is a bit difficult just because of Powell speak. Yesterday, when I checked the calendar, I didn't see any Powell speech yesterday. So I told that this week is gonna be beautiful. But today, when I have checked the calendar, I have seen there is Powell speech. You guys can see yesterday's morning session where I showed you the calendar. There was no Powell speech. Made 700 in 4 accounts. Congratulations, Biblical. Congratulations, brother. Waiting for your payout, brother. Harish, boom. I took the partial, bro. You have to take the partial, bro. You know that. Partial is the main part of this game. Boom for trade explanation. Thank you, Sachin. Stopped out for me, but boom for you. Why did you get stopped out, Matthew? But thank you, brother. At least you told the boom to me. Jinshit, hello, brother. Atul, okay, no problem, brother. You have to just observe it, but every time it's really so beautiful if you keep using them. আপনি থেকে ট্রেডিং প্লাস ইংলিশ দুইটাই শিখতেছি ডোন্ট সে লাইক দ্যাট ওয়ে ব্রাদার my English is not good and trading I'm learning actually. Hey Jan, thanks for that boom, man. I took long late. Oh, you took the long late. Bad luck, brother. But it's okay. I hope that next time you will find another opportunity. We'll see if it can provide another opportunity around 10:50 to 11:10 macro. We'll see that. Okay. I'm going to remove this. Guys, did you get the beauty? The way I explained the order block, Then I told that when it will be valid as an order block, you will see the speed at least until this line, which was the liquidity. Everything is confirmed over here. Wait for the order block, validate the order block, took one, two, three, just three candle to spend some time with the mean threshold of the order block, and then boom. That is the beauty of the 22 YT model. Boom wizard, thank you, Jamie. Did you take that entry? I'm from Khulna, brother. I'm from Khulna, brother. Now tell me who actually took that trade. I mean, how many of you took that buy model when I told that this is the best model, best 22 YT model? Just don't move your stop loss. Here, when I got stopped out, you have seen that I just got stopped out by T. It should not take the low, so I covered that low. It should respect from this 50%. It has been respected from 50%. We just did the damage by one tick. My bad fortune over here. How to know Powell has done his speech, and also want to know, can I trade in PM session after end of the Powell? It depends when Powell will finish his speech. If I say you about the Powell, okay, let me be very clear, very specific over here. In my life, until now, I'm afraid of Powell, just Powell. If there is a Powell speak, not FOMC, if there is a Powell speech, which is a red folder news, 90% of the time I'm wrong. Whatever I do, everything is wrong. I don't know how to trade Powell. Before the Powell speech, market either it will do high volatile accumulation or high volatile seek and destroy, which is happening right now, or it will just be so beautiful, but it will never give you the entry opportunity. Before the Powell speech, after the Powell speech, not 100% of the time, but 99% of the time, Powell do that type of thing. How long before the Powell speech? The whole session. How long after the Powell speech? The whole session. Now today's Powell speech is around 11. 11 12:35 if I'm not wrong. So I believe that I thought that it can be a beautiful price action until 11:30 because it's the lunch hour. So lunch hour is gonna be disaster, and the PM session will be maybe disaster. But the AM session should be beautiful. Our expectation was this market will fall. It has perfectly fallen. I was waiting for a buy setup. I found the buying opportunity. Now look at this whole price action. I never wanted to hold this until here. I just told you to hold it because like I didn't want to you to take the loss. That just because of that I told you to hold this trade. Otherwise, I never hold this. I took the entry, I want the expansion. Whenever I took the entry, I need the expansion. Just look every single trade here. I took the entry here, I got the expansion. Just look at this. How beautifully it has been expanded. Remember around the morning session here, if you remember that area, market structure, fair value gap, trade the fair value gap, expanded. I don't like to hold the trade while it is doing all of this manual intervention. I don't like to hold it, but I can't take that risk with you guys. That's why I told you to hold it until the stop loss, or your stop loss has to be below that low. Do you see NQ coming back to 20 250 10 250 10? It will take that buy side liquidity, that's all I know right now, and then it will come here 200 2500 it has to reach until this line. So until this line I'm bullish. Okay, I have found another buying opportunity actually, but not going to take it. Okay, if any of you would love to take it, it's up to you. Another buy. I'm not going to take it because I have already taken two losses, right? I mean, two losses is your win, but my loss. But it's okay. So this is another 22 YT model. This is called inside setup. So if there is a fair value gap, if there is a fair value gap, if there is a fair value gap, I repeat, this is another trade, and this time until to the liquidity which is over here. Never ever hold the trade for the extreme liquidity. If it make another fair value gap over here, I'll move my entry from here to here. I'm just going to outline it. I'm not going to take it because I have already taken two losses. I'm just doing my psychological things, so I'm not going to break my rules over here. But this is another opportunity, which is one of the best, not the best model, but kind of model. Okay? Not the best because I'm using the volume imbalance here. You see this volume imbalance around this area. Just trying to use this volume imbalance to make this trade. If it doesn't come here within 5 candles, this entry is not valid. So that should be the entry. That should be the first partial, and you can hold the trade for so long. If it doesn't work, how much you are going to take the risk? 16 handle. কিসে ভাল কেন হ্যাঁ কেন তো মশা কম বেশি নাকি ভাতটা ভাতের পোশাকটা লাগাইছে নিয়ে যাও Wait up today, but I'm in green and took all of my shots. So now I watch. Yeah, that's cool, Matthew. That's cool, brother. If you are in a shot, I mean green, wait for the next day. Maybe that would be the best case of scenario because today we have Fetcher Pauli speak. So better to leave this day today. I mean, just leave this day and wait for the next day. That would be the best decision, I think. I don't know if any of you are in this trade. If you are in this trade, make sure that you have taken the partial over here. Without taking the partial here, you can't hold this trade. So this is the reaction from this gap, which is the last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. The last fair value gap has sent the market a bit lower to reach until this candle. It came to this candle. Now it should go higher and it should went through this gap with speed. Just it can take 1 more minute. Okay, so I mean kind of 11 a.m. can provide the run. So this candle has to go through that gap. It should speed. It should give me the speed. At least it will go through this gap, this candle. If it doesn't do that, wherever my stop loss will be, I will trail it below this gap. If this candle doesn't provide me the speed toward the liquidity or toward the target, something like that, okay, it has to close at least above this gap. Even if it fails, the next candle has to go through this last parallel gap. If it doesn't do that, there is no way to hold this trade anymore. Very next time I will get an opportunity, I will trail my stop loss over. If I were in this trade, I would trail my stop loss. Why is that? Because around 11, I'm expecting the run toward the liquidity. So this is my last opportunity to get the run, to get the speed. You should not get a stop out over here because your stop loss is 2 tick below this low. Okay, just 2 tick below that low. You should not get a stop out over here. That is very calculated line or calculated area. If it doesn't provide the run, then maybe it will crash because it should go through this gap now. It has to close above this gap now. No, it's not going to work. I think it's not going to work. There is now 0% possibility it will work. 0% possibility, nearly 0% possibility. To the top of the hour, it should provide me the run. If it doesn't do that, there is 0% possibility it will work. Yeah, it stopped here. Bad luck. That was not the best model, as I told. I mean, I just used that volume imbalance to mark that as my market structure shift. Let's see how long it can do this type of consolidation and when it will start to move. I believe it will do that until the Powell, and then the Powell will make them highly volatile accumulation or something like that. This is how this guy actually works. The Powell is work like that way. Just not moving anywhere. It's just holding the market. At the same time has built the clean lows over here. Yeah, that's the clean lows. And now a bit confusing market again. It left that clean lows. It should take that clean lows now. If you ask me, now it's my selling opportunity from this gap. I mean, if it can reach to this gap, it's gonna be my selling opportunity from this gap until this clean lows. Of course, I'm not going to take that as well. Do you think, guys, it's brilliant to stay in front of the chart? What do you say, guys? I mean, I'm just a little fed up with this market. So far, this market is just not moving anywhere. Everything was perfect until here. Everything was perfect. But now, what is the market doing? I don't like it. I mean, just no volatility, nothing, and market is not moving anywhere. So, guys, if I want to say the finishing, if I would love to talk about the finishing, first we wanted to see that market will fall. So there was a selling opportunity. We wanted to see the sell side liquidity has to be cleared. The sell side liquidity was here. We wanted to see it is going to be cleared. Okay, just the finishing. Just keep it up. That was the sell side liquidity. We are expected that this liquidity is going to be cleared. What market has done at the beginning of this session, took the liquidity, provided the best 22 YT model, sell model. It was our expectation this market is going to fall. That was the market structure shift, which is the best market structure shift. There is the fair value gap, actually a very small fair value gap here, one tick maybe fair value gap, but if you take a closer look, this is the real fair value gap around this area. So if any of you want to take the sell, you have to take the sell from here. It was absolutely expected this market is going to fall. Stop loss has to be at least one tick above this line. I prefer to put it a bit higher here somewhere. That is the best case of scenario. Take around 20 handle partial, hold your trade as long as you want, but I will hold it until 20 handle. Okay, so something like 20 handle. That was the opportunity from the selling opportunity according to our 22 YT model. That was the first opportunity. Of course, I didn't take it because I was only interested to look for buy. Then market left that clean highs over here. That was very clean. We were waiting for the setup. Finally, we have found the setup around this area, which is the best 22 YT model around this morning session. The best model. I'm going to remove this 50-minute chart from my chart so that it will be easier for you to understand. That is the fair value gap. Going to mark that fair value gap around this area. That is the fair value gap. When market has cleared that sell side liquidity over here, we are not interested to look for sell anymore. We are only interested to look for buy now. For the first time, this market has provided us the buying opportunity from this area. So that was the market structure shift. This was the fair value gap. I was not able to take the entry from here. My entry has to be from here because of 20 handle. So that was the entry from there, and target was the first presented fair value gap 50%. That should be the partial. So here to here, to target the 50% of this area, which is there, that should be the partial. I'm going to keep it here, which is just above that relatively equal highs. It took too long. I really hate that, but I believe that it came until this area cleared all the liquidity. Finally, it has built the order block. That was the order block. Finally, it has built the order block over there. And after building that order block around this area, traded the mean threshold of that order block, boom, market has provided us the market structure shift. Okay, okay, I'll take this one. Sorry guys, I have to take this one, okay? This is another best model, so I have to go for that. If this candle leave this gap open, I'll take the entry from that area. If it doesn't take me, that's gonna be my baddest luck ever. But it's really so beautiful. It's kind of, if I don't take it, I will never forgive myself. Something like that type of setup. Okay. If it doesn't take me, that's just my bad luck, and I will just really, I have no word to say. I will just remove my entry if and only if this high is taken. Otherwise, I will count 5 candle to give me the entry from here. 5 candle. If and only if this high is taken, I will not take this trade. Because if that high is taken, then I have to take the entry from much more higher. I don't want to do that. I would love to take the entry from the beginning. So if it doesn't provide me the entry without clearing this high by 5 candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll not take the trade. Or if it take clear this high, that means I have another market structure shift, and I have to, okay, actually I have another market structure. So in this type of situation, my entry is gonna be much more difficult here, because I have to take the entry from, not from here. The liquidity taken has been, this gap doesn't have any value. That means this market doesn't need to come back again to this gap anymore. So I have to take the entry from this gap. It's gonna be the fair value gap where I should stay here, and then I have to cover this gap, something like this. It should not come back to this discount fair value gap. I don't want to take my run or entry from here, and I don't want to go for against the first presented gap while I don't have the clean buy side liquidity. So unfortunately, it didn't take me, but that was kind of the best opportunity for me. Otherwise, I would just cry, okay, if I wouldn't be able to take this trade. As it comes, I mean, I don't know. Waiting for Powell, so we might consolidate till then, of course. But I believe this has started the run already. Everything is done, okay, so it should start the run. Yeah, I believe it will start the run now, and this liquidity is taken. Whatever, what I was saying, this was the market structure shift around the morning session according to our bias. That was the trade until here, which is 23 handle 3 tick. By taking a risk of 20 handle, that is the best scenario. After taking the partial, maybe you got started to the break even perfectly, it's okay. Then this was the entry which was not the perfect, it is not the best. I clearly told that. If anyone has the confusion, you guys can confirm that I didn't tell you. It is one of the area where I told that it's not the perfect setup, but I would love to see if it works or not, okay, something like that. But it was not a swing high that is valid for shifting market structure because of a lot of reason. So I was not interested to mark this swing high for shifting the market, okay. So here, that would be the entry. My stop loss has to be covered this gap, just the breakaway gap, because this market doesn't need to come over here. I am not interested to take the entry from that area just because it is too far, too far, too far. But just for the sake of this conversion, we will see if it can go high. It should not come to this gap. If it come to this gap, it will clear, it will just clear this low. Just remember that things. If this market come to this gap, which I'm going to mark right now, it will clear that low. And look at my stop loss. If I were in this trade, my stop loss would cover just the one tick of this gap high, one tick of that gap high. Why is that? It should not come to the discount from this low to this high. This is the equilibrium where market of course this market can come to this equilibrium. It should not come to this gap. So if it comes to this gap, it will clear this low. That, and at the same time I didn't want to take the entry from this area while this high has been cleared. I really don't want to take the entry so from that area. So it is the equilibrium. It can of course come until the equilibrium or the breakaway gap, which is over here. It can do that, but it can't come to this gap. It can tap to the top of this gap, nothing is wrong, but not going to work with the one tick below the high of this gap. It should not do that. If it come to this gap, just remember one thing, it will clear this low, it will never go higher again. Just not going to take it right now, but I would take it from here. And if you count the candle, look at this, 1 2 3 4 5. With the volume imbalance within 5 candle, it came exactly over here, but the problem is this high is taken. So that is why I'm just not taking the entry from here. If I would love to go for this trade, I'm not afraid of the stop loss. See, it's just 13 handle 75 tick, that means 14 handle. I'm not afraid of the stop loss. I'm afraid because the run has gone so far. So as the run has gone so far, there is no need to chase this market anymore. I love to take the entry at the beginning. If it would give me the entry here, I would take that entry with so much confidence that I'm going to get my partial. As it is too far, even if the stop loss is just 14 handle, I don't want to take this trade. But I know the logic here where I should put my stop loss. It's not risky area to put the stop loss. It is the best area to put the stop loss, because if you'd love to put it below this low, which is here, by using the 22 IT model, and it come to this gap, you will get stopped out here 100% sure. That is why it should not come to the discount fair value gap. Those people who has watched my video from the study folder, the last video where I have explained the discount and the premium fair value gap, all of you know that this is the discount fair value gap. Market can't come to this discount fair value gap. It is nearly impossible. If it come to this gap, that means it is going to take the extreme low. Whatever low it has left over here, it is going to take that low. This is for your just understanding, okay, for making your knowledge a bit more higher. This is the order block. I don't know it will close above this high or not. If it close above that high, that's gonna be the order block. After trading this order block, it will hit. Okay, now this is the order block, it will go higher now. At least it will clear this high, and then maybe it will give me that 20 handle, but this high should be cleared now. That high. If the body close above this line, where is that? If the body can close above that line, it is going to touch this nude opening gap. If the body close above that line, which I have marked as a buy side liquidity. By the way, as it has came to the opening of this candle, I would love to mark the opening of that candle. I love it to mark as a hindsight. But remember, the whole area is the order block. From opening to the high is the order block. I will see the extension now until to the high. I'm not sure that it will hit my partial level or not, but until to this high it is going now. I'd love to mark this premium week. That is the premium week according to ICT himself. We can use this premium week to see. Okay, it has traded the 50% of that premium week. So I would love to see the 50-minute body close above the premium week 50%. And then upper quadrant here, and then high is over there. This is the premium week from the 50-minute chart. I didn't take this trade because it was too far. Take the entry from here, it was too far to me. So that is why I didn't take the entry. If it would give me the entry from here or from here, I would be in this trade. I was in this trade already over here. I don't care about anything else. I know that it will give me my partial. For example, I was able to take the partial, entry over here until 20 handle. You can see here it's 21 handle. I would get that partial for sure. As it didn't give me the entry, that's why I didn't push the button. Even if the stop loss is very small, which is 14 handle, I don't care about that. I don't want to chase the market. I love to take entry at the beginning of the run. Do you think it is going to work? I don't know it is going to hit this, I mean 20 handle or not, but this high should be taken. This high, okay? Just remember that high. I repeatedly saying you. This high is going to be taken. I don't know it will hit my target or not, but this high has to be taken. If it doesn't go higher, what is, no, I'm not saying it is not going higher. I'm saying that if it doesn't go higher, doesn't take that high, come to this fair value gap, what does it mean? That means it is going to fall much more lower, much more deeper price action. I'm not saying that it is going to happen. I'm just saying by anyhow, okay, nothing is 100% guaranteed on this market. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. So you have to know the price action. If the price come to this discount fair value gap, right? You guys love to use the discount and premium, right? This is the premium fair value gap over here. This is the discount fair value gap. If it come to this discount area, it will come to this area. Now or then, but it will take this low. Trade the min threshold of that order block, which is here. This is the min threshold of that order block. I need the speed now. This is the propulsion block that has been traded as well. I need the speed now, and it will make the unfilled gap. Now let's talk about something else. Something else, okay? Remember the real setup, that was the unfilled gap has been filled, failed to take this low. Low, high, lower low. The highest up close body close candle is going to be your breaker block. If you believe me or not, I don't care, but this candle is going to give me 95% winning rate. That was another confident was here for me that this is going higher. This breaker block is the best breaker block to me, that is going to give me 95% winning rate from that breaker block. This breaker block is that much stronger. I'm not saying as in hindsight you will see that. You'll just see that right now this market is struggling to break the week, that week 50%. When it will be broken, you will see the speed. Either way, it should go higher now. I'm going to remove the propulsion block and you will see that, okay? This breaker block is one of the these candles. Look at this candle. It has built this breaker block as a valid breaker block. Unfilled gap, which is here, has been filled. You will look for first highest up close body close candle that has built in between low lower low. This is the only highest up close body close candle all of this price action. So this is the best breaker block you have ever seen on this market. Out of 100 entries from this breaker block, 95% will be the winning rate from this breaker block. This candle has validated the breaker block. The next candle tap to the high of this breaker block, that is going to be the entry from the breaker block, okay? From here, stop loss is going to be below the candle. See this candle, it has built the inverse gap. So here, this is that inverse gap. You have to just cover that inverse gap, just the low of this inverse gap. And same thing, you have to look for the level where you have the level. I don't know, I think I can hold it until this rejection block, until that area. I can hold it until that area from the breaker block. But here I guess the stop loss is also 14 handles set. It tapped to the upper quadrant of the premium wick. This is the premium wick I have marked. This is the upper quadrant. Tap to the upper quadrant, respecting the upper quadrant. I need that. It is going to break that upper quadrant as well, and the 15-minute candle is going to close above the 50% of this premium wick. That premium wick. This is the low of that border block that should not be breached. Okay, I don't know you will be able to see it or not. I'm going to mark one line here, which is the upper quadrant of the premium week, and this is the 50% of the premium week. Okay, so I'm going to mark two line over here. Going to remove this line around here, remove it. This is the upper quadrant, this is the 50%, and this is the word block low that should not be breached by the body. It should go higher. Until it's not going to breach this body, this is a valid word block. Come on, baby, on night, Friday night, Monday night. It came to the top of this last paragraph from the 15-minute chart. Over here, you can see to this candle, it tapped to the high of this last paragraph 15%. I mean, the 15-minute last paragraph over here. Then it went higher. So I don't want you to see any logic to come back again over here to this last paragraph. It should keep going higher. I hope guys the PM session is gonna be the shit as well because Powell is going to speak. But if I see something good over there around the PM session, I'll of course try to explain that to you guys by coming around the live, and I'll try to explain that to you. Okay, so just be a bit careful because Powell is going to speak until the PM session. Try to be a bit careful, okay? Because this market can be very shit until the PM session, as the Powell is going to speak around 12:35. By the way, just remember about the breaker block target. Okay, I just put it randomly over here, but according to the price action, you know that it should take that high. So I have to take the partial over here to the top of this line. So please keep that in your mind. I just put it here wherever it was. Just randomly put it over there. But this high is the real price action. It should be taken that high. Even from the breaker block, even from the setup of the 22 IT model. From both of this area, this high is the most important level that should be cleared. This is a bit difficult price action, but either way, this is what it is. We have nothing to do if the price is a bit difficult. If you see this type of difficult price action, stop trading. I don't care how beautiful the setup is, how strong the setup is. Don't go for the trade because this is difficult price action. I was marking 24,967 as sniper line. 24,967, 967, 96. 9 6. I think you are talking about sell. Are you talking about the sell, brother? Lord Athena? It's just marking it to observe. Okay, that's cool. Cool, brother. Brother, yep, brother, Lord. I hope that you will get some I mean, insight from that sniper line as well. I don't talk about the sniper line just because I don't have the excess of 30 seconds chart or the sub 1 minute chart. That's why I'm not talking about the sniper line. By the way, the beauty of this line is really so beautiful. Right now, ICT is working with this weak quadrant levels, which is the upper quadrant here, 75%, which is the upper quadrant. This is the 50% of the week over here that has been respected so beautifully over there. This is really so beautiful. I hope you guys will add them with your observation, and maybe later we'll be able to use them. And I don't know how to use them exactly to use as a bullish or bearish PDRA, but maybe we'll be able to find out by ICT's more video that will explain these levels to use, how to use them. Okay, I'm not sure yet how to use this type of levels to take the entries. I think we need more videos about the levels to think about the bearishness or the bullishness, I guess. But so far I'm just watching how they are going to respect those lines, and those lines I'm giving some kind of validity. Okay, so some kind of reaction, some kind of um, PDRA that should be broken if I'm bullish, something like that. Okay, I'm just going to give them some priority over there. It is a keyboard pro. What do you mean by keyboard pro, brother? But thank you so much, guys, for being over here. It's the lunch hour. I don't think so any logic to stay over here. Just be careful around the PM session. Powell speech. If the Powell speech, then the market can be the strongest or the hardest market. At least for me, I'm not able to trade the day where Powell is going to speak, not before his speak, not after his speak. But of course, I believe that you guys will be able to trade him, and you will make some profit from his news. I really pray for that. I will talk about the PM session. If I come around the PM session, I'll talk to you guys around the PM session. So for this morning session, we had two beautiful setup, which was here and here. That two beautiful setup, I believe that is more than enough for being profitable, even if this market is kind of bullshit. Even if this is bullshit, we are able to make some money from this bullshit market just by using 22 YT model. First sell, then buy. If you didn't take the sell, you of course took that buy and you got the partial of 23 handle the way I showed you. So that should be the profitable trade around this session. And then when you have seen this beautiful price action over here, the way I leave trading or I didn't push the button, you should do the same thing. You can observe the market, you can frame the trade, but don't push the button. I don't care how beautiful the setup is, because this market is kind of just expired market. Okay, but of course you can observe the trade the way I showed you this breaker block trade, right? Remember this breaker block trade by putting the stop loss below this area, or the 22 YT model from here, which is I didn't actually mark it, I guess. So that was the 22 YT model stop loss over here. So you can observe these markets, but I think you should not push the button to your fund account or something like that. And this order block has been invalidated already, as the body has closed below this low, this candle low. So this has been invalidated as an order block. So that's all, guys. I think that's all for the morning session. We'll see around the PM session. I'll try to come if I see the Powell speech is actually moving the market and it's not that much bad. I'll come around the PM session. At the same time, if any of you, I'm just going to close it, but before closing it, if any of you are in any of this trade, don't move your stop loss. If you take the entry from the breaker block, don't move your stop loss. Just put it 2 tick below this gap, which is from this candle. Put it 2 tick below this gap, or if you to this gap entry, which is from the 22 YT model, don't move your stop loss. Make sure that it is exactly over here. I don't know where, if any of you are in this trade or not. Try to take partial while it will take the high here. Okay, so I don't know how much partial it will be. Maybe 10 handle, maybe 5 handle, maybe how much is it from the 22 YT model? It's gonna be 15 handle, 3 tick, so near about 16 handle. Try to take the partial over there, and if you actually took the entry from the breaker block, then it's gonna be like 12 handle, something like that. So try to take the partial over there. Okay, so just one tick above this line. Don't hold your trade by saying that okay, it is going for 20 handle. Don't do that. If any of you are in this trade, don't move your stop loss. Don't get afraid. If you get stopped out, you got stopped out in a very logical level. It should not go below the 50% of this inverse gap. It can go until the low of this inverse gap. The wick should go, but body has to respect the 50% of this gap, which is the inverse gap. According to the breaker block, this is that gap. I know that these two three candle is the consecutive breaker block, but you should not take that risk until the low of that consecutive breaker block. You should hold with that highest breaker block, and you have to be careful about the inverse gap. That's all. Maximum you can do, you can cover the candle which has made this inverse gap. Just cover that candle. That is the maximum you can do. Otherwise, just get stopped out exactly over here, which you can see just got stopped out over there. So after that, like 13 handle, 14 handle, something like that, you can get stopped out over there, and then you should stop trading around the lunch hour. Otherwise, if you really didn't want to trade this shit market, you should stop exactly over here after getting that perfect setup or the best setup. You should go, or you should stop after that. Don't hold the trade, or don't try to trade here while the Powell is going to speech, and this market is clearly telling you that I'm not moving anywhere. So you should stop trading around this area. Even if you ask me, I don't want to hold this trade as well. I would love to get stopped out over here, and then later I will try to take the edge over here, take the partial over here, we'll get stopped out to the break even again. I'm happy with that. But don't try to overtrade around this area, because you will blow your mind. Sorry, account. You'll blow your account because this is not moving anywhere. And after the Powell, maybe it will be beautiful. So guys, thank you so much for being over here. Don't overtrade, don't over leverage, be safe, and until the PM session, or maybe tomorrow, see you guys.